Good afternoon, everyone. EagleX here with this week for the Digimon newsletter. I have a special guest here with us this week. If you want to say hello.
Hello, I'm Landon. I'm a good friend of Zach's. I got him into Digimon like a year and a half ago, and he didn't even know what Agumon was. But now he is a complete Digimon aficionado, and he's got his new shirts.
Yep, brand new shirts. If you guys haven't seen. Speaking of which, we can go ahead and get started though. There's a lot of support for his channel, and I really appreciate it. As I was saying, the shirts, I'm super happy to have them. We're going to be repping them from the Austin area. So if you guys want to pick up some shirts at Arlington, feel free to track down a person with one of these shirts to point you in my direction. I'll have extras. But also, thank you so much for all your guys' support on this channel. I still can't believe I've hit over 150 subscribers so fast. 175 came by in a breeze. You guys are awesome. And if you guys have been watching my content and you enjoy it and haven't hit that subscription button, feel free to go ahead and hit it if you feel like I've earned your subscription to your front page of YouTube. Anyways, moving on to the newsletter and information. First things first, Premium Bandai pre-orders. If you guys have not pre-ordered the Floral Fun set, it closes on March 31st. It's going to be the last day you can pre-order this. It has a playmat with a memory gauge with the floral design Digimon, the 8 original Digidestined, along with some promo cards. Landon, what are your thoughts on this pre-order?
Well, I definitely love the Agumon card. It's the best one. He's got the little fedora hat or witch hat. I can't really tell. It's definitely a very good deal. They've sold playmats for $35 before on Premium Bandai that didn't come with 8 exclusive promo arts. So that's super good. It's definitely worth your money to pick up one of these, 100%.
On top of the fact they're like reprints of some of them being promos and some of them being starter deck cards, just playable cards overall too. Like I think the least playable one is the Biomon, in all honesty, right?
It's the 2-drop Biomon though.
Yeah, Tribal Biomon.
I don't know what the Gatomon does. I don't know which one that is.
Yeah, regardless, it's a really cool set overall. So if you guys haven't pre-ordered, you have till March 31st. Moving on over to the TCG news for the meta. In Japan in BT9 last week, we saw Grannis Kuwagumon took a whole bunch of the top results, but this week we're seeing that Japan's meta is shifting towards blue in the form of Garurumon X Antibody. This deck will have a deck list on the next slide here, has really started to take command of the meta. If you see the asterisk on the graphic on the right here, that shows that it took top 3 in a large event. So it's not like a 4-person local, but it was more like a 20, 25 plus person local that it did well in and won. So in addition to that, anything else you're noticing?
Yellow Hybrid and the Grandis Quagumons are still doing good. They still have the asterisks. War Greymon's still popping up. He's still relevant there. We got Security Control and Mastamon are still relevant. But yeah, the Metal Garurumon X Antibody does have the most results.
So yeah, X Antibodies overall are performing well with the new set. So speaking of which, we can kind of showcase one of these lists for what the Garuru X Antibody list looks like. If you guys aren't aware, the whole X Antibody gimmick is digivolving over a Digimon with the same name for very cheap, free, or reduced costs. The biggest features of this deck is the Where Garuru promo for the level 5 spot. It's a promo we currently have in English. Most of the other cards are mostly X Antibody or they're easier to get cards. So Landon, what's like the main combo you see here with this deck?
Well, you definitely want to use the Where Garurumon promo, and he attacks and gets to unsuspend to attack again. You put the X Antibody option under him, and then you get to digivolve him into the Where Garurumon X Antibody, and he'll, when he's attacking, and then he'll unsuspend. So you cleave 5 security for literally 0 memory with that combo, assuming that you live with your 6 and 8k body into security. There's a lot of rookies, options, tamers, and security, so that's pretty likely nowadays.
Yeah, also the X Antibody options when attack isn't once per turn either.
Oh, that's crazy. I didn't even read that.
Yeah, I just realized that myself. So as we can see, like, there's a lot of potential for a lot of decks still in the Japan format. Like, we even saw like a BL star list using the new Gazimon X Antibody.
Yeah, for sure, which I'm excited about. And also, if you want to play this deck in the future, definitely recommend you pick up the Garurumon and Where Garurumon promos, as they're the ones with the highest likelihood of spiking when this deck gets closer to us.
Yep. Anyways, so now that's our Japan meta. Now we're going to move over to the English meta. First things first is our local meta snapshot. We had 35 people for our Friday night locals this week. And first place was X Antibody, using the Doru line. Blue Hybrid with the Ancient Guru package got second. Yellow Hybrid in third. And Christmas Hybrid in fourth. The Wong Zero copy paste in that deck list.
Oh, yeah.
Still a strong pilot for the deck. And we're actually seeing a very diverse representation for the meta locally. I got top 11. I couldn't get the 12th person's list. But we literally see a little bit of everything in our format here. Loyal Floop being the only thing that's like stronger in representation.
For sure. And we didn't even get in the top 4 placements, so decks are definitely well represented in this format.
Yeah, and we can also see the same thing here in the Pro Play Games tournament. If you guys haven't seen, this is online webcam, I believe. Yeah, online weekly. And the top 3 here, we had the Lil Floop Blue Hybrid and then the Purple Yellow Hybrid. And we're seeing, like we were just saying, a diverse format where the only thing that was shown more than once was Blue Hybrid. What are your thoughts on this format right now, Landon?
It's definitely really diverse. We have 6 different decks in the top 8, but also somebody could argue that we also are missing green and black in the top 8. So, and also blue is half of the top 8, but it is different decks, and it is 6 different decks in the top 8. So I would still call this a diverse format for sure.
Yeah, probably the best one we've had in a good while. Like, BT6 was good. BT5 was really leaning.
Yeah, Gabu Bond really took over, and Lord Knight took over. So we don't really have like a super dominant deck this format.
And we're going to see coming up here shortly, we have the Digimon Card Game Fest coming up this weekend. The first big American event, 512 people sold out event, where we're going to see a bunch of things change. First of all, for this event, though, there will be a mulligan and a side deck for the event. So when we're thinking mulligan, you always think Jesmon's going to be the deck that overtakes the format. However, we're kind of discussing side decks. It's going to make it a lot more volatile.
Yeah, for sure. With side decks like purple and black will definitely be able to side in Rebellimon, which will give them retaliation and blocker, which completely negates Jesmon. So with a third of the colors in the game having that side deck option, Jesmon might not perform as well as expected.
Yeah, and like it may not even have like side deck cards that really push it above the edge like other decks can. So it's like being well prepared for not just how your deck can play, but countering a counter, I guess you could say too.
Yeah, like Jesmon could definitely side deck to prepare for it. I guess if they had Jesmon in the back, get set to 3, memory boost to 5, they could Atomic Blaster the Rebellimon stack and then still go for their turn. So there definitely is counterplay if they put in that much effort to it. That's kind of ridiculous.
Yeah, but nonetheless, lots of cool promos are being reprinted, given away. New max rarities of some cards as well. If you guys haven't seen, all these promos are going to be given away at the event. The egg sets, the Fest Vault set is going to be a sought-after one, and the Fest Participation set.
Oh, and one more note. In the Digimon Card Game Fest Participation set, we do have 2 BT8 cards, I believe, that are going to be in the set. So that's going to be our first printings of those here in the States. So that's pretty cool.
Yep, it's the Gamamon and the Tamer for him, respectively, I think, right? Yeah.
I'm not for sure.
Nonetheless, really cool things we'll be getting at the event. Arlington's this weekend. The next weekend will be Miami, Florida. And finally, I won't be online for the rest of this week, guys. We'll be busy at the event. I'll have more content next week. But in the meantime, if you guys are looking for a content creator to check out, Ride My Avatar is a really cool guy. He also does market watches on Friday. So please drop him a subscribe, follow, and say hey to him for me. Finally, to wrap things up, we do have locals here in the Austin area for Dragon's Lair Friday at 6:30 p.m., Game Castle Saturday at 6 p.m. Probably be a smaller crowd this week with a lot of us being at DigiFest. But with that being said, thank you so much for watching, guys, and take care.
Have a good one.